Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell, joined by Richard Mulrooney, and Coach, not the Columbus Day show starting off things here today on the holiday. We'll talk to a lot of coaches today that are not in their normal spot. So we're both in our home studios today, as you will, and you're probably happy about that because all of a sudden Memphis men's soccer, we talk about how close you've been this year. Instead of a post or a crossbar, a game of inches. Now the ball's finding the back of the net, and you've won 3 straight.
Yeah, it is a good feeling. Like I said, the beginning of the year was tough for us. I mean, the record speaks for itself, but I think we all had that belief that we were better than what that showed. I mean, there's a couple games where just you're walking away saying, did we really lose that? And you look back at it, and it's just, the opportunities that we had, we weren't finishing, which we are now. And then defending wise, we weren't awful, but we were giving up little chances to teams that they were punishing us on. And now you flip that around a little bit. We are finishing off some things and we're defending a little bit better. And, that's the difference between winning and losing, and keeping that belief and the resiliency of this group. That's, we're on a winning streak right now, but obviously we're far from the finish line, and obviously looking to continue that into this upcoming week for our conference game.
Didn't get a chance to talk to you last week. You were coming back from the road, but you started the streak on the road. 2-0 win at Temple, 3-0 win at UCF to win back-to-back road matches and get the momentum going. And really, I watched a lot of that UCF match down in Orlando. You had to be extremely pleased with that one because that's a match that really you dictated down there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, starting at Temple, we've gotten some results there before, but that's just not an easy game. Traveling up there on a Wednesday night, I mean, knowing at that time, we were 0-2 on the conference, not having won at home, now going on the road. I mean, that's, that in alone, we won that. It's just like, okay, at least we know on this trip, this 2-game road trip, that we got some points. Let's roll our luck going in the UCF. And the guys obviously stayed positive with it, fly home, then fly back to Orlando. Tough game. I mean, I had never won there as a coach or as a program. I'm not sure we've won there in X amount of years, but throwing that out the window, the guys showed up. I think we stuck to our game plan against a team that obviously was at the top of the conference, and just a good team. But to go in and get another shutout, that's why at the end of the game, I know they were pushing. We were up 3-0. I didn't want it to get to 3-1. I think shutouts in this league are important. We got one at Temple. I was happy about that with the 2 goals. But I didn't want to get that to 3-1. I was happy that we got the 3rd goal, but in saying that, the guys, again, showed some resiliency, kept it at 3-0, and to leave a week of 2 games on the road at very difficult places with 5 goals scored, none against. The guys are, now believing, and not that they never did, but the results are showing that, we're a team that can be reckoned with now, and we're happy with the way things are going at this point in time.
You come home over the weekend, you got 10th ranked SMU coming to town. I don't know if it's historically just because maybe the style of play that Memphis soccer plays matches up well with SMU, but over the years, whether it's been you or the prior staffs, you guys have been able to get some results, play about 50-50 ball with this SMU program. It was a thriller where you get out early and it looks like it's going to be taken away late in the match. You get the goal to throw it into overtime and you force it to the extra kicks.
Yeah, I mean, the matches have been with SMU. We match up well. I mean, Kevin has done a great job with that. It's SMU, it's their, in our eyes, always a top 10 program. We're very lucky to be able to play them every single year, but we feel like we're on that same level, and the guys get up for that game, whether it's a home or away. But in knowing that, points are at stake for the conference here. We're on a 2-game winning streak. They obviously had lost to Tulsa, so they're obviously looking to try to stay up there. Got the goal early on or whatever, defending well, but I mean, if there's any team to help, it's tough to shut out. It's SMU. They create opportunities. They've got good individuals, and they know exactly how to play. So for them to tie it up wasn't the end of the world, but as you said, it was a hard match going in as the second half went on. For them to get that goal with 5 minutes left or whatever, it's just like, okay, what can we do? Start throwing everything in the kitchen sink at them, and lo and behold, the resiliency came back out or whatever. My guys tied it up a minute later or 2 minutes later, and then we go into overtime. And then at that point in time, it's just like, okay, we don't want to lose this, but at the same time, we're at home, we're riding a good streak here, and both teams sort of just traded blows back and forth, and obviously late in that first overtime made a run through and, creating your own luck. Penalty kicks have gone against us this year a few times, and even last spring, and finally to get a call, the right call in the box and have Arter step up and finish it the way he did. I mean, there's a confidence in my senior right now, and it's bleeding through the team, and he obviously was able to put it in the back of the net and get the 3 points at home against, again, a really good SMU team.
Gutsy move to do the hesitation move. We've all seen that, whether it's Premier League or elsewhere. But, all of a sudden, even though it happens quick, you don't want to overthink it, because if you get the keeper to guess wrong, which you did, there's still a chance to maybe chip it over, chip it wide. But fortunately, you finished it off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a confidence. It is. I mean, I've seen guys try that at the highest level, and whether you miss it in high school, college, or pro, if it's saved, you look a little foolish. But in saying that, funny enough, things happen for a reason. The day before, we usually try to end practices with something fun, and our assistant Chris was like, "Well, let's do like a penalty kick shootout." Well, we did that, and hoping it's only like going to last 10 minutes.
Right.
Well, after about 30 minutes, Chris was like, "Enough's enough." But during that time, I've got numerous guys that can step up and take it, but Arter took 3 or 4 of those and took that same type of style 2 or 3 times and made them all. So this wasn't a fluke thing. It's something that he's practiced. But as you said, it takes a lot of courage to do that, because if you miss it, but at the same time, if you make it, it looks that much better. So at the end of the day, as I tell the guys, I don't care who takes it. It's just the ball's got to find the back of the net, and Memphis gets that goal more so than that individual. So we're happy about it. And more importantly, got the 3 points. And as you know, winning at home has been tough for us the last couple of years. That's our first win in X amount of months. And it just creates a little bit more confidence for us when we come back home, whoever that's against.
Oh, well, you're going to head out on the road, and you have a Friday night match against a very good Tulsa team.
USF. We're actually
USF. I'm sorry.
Yep. So yeah, I could show up to Tulsa and be like, we're going to forfeit that one. But in saying that, no, Bob, again, on one of those teams that on any given night, I think they're similar to us. I think their record's better than it shows. They've got good individuals, have been a little snake bitten on some of the results. It's a tough match. I think we won there for the first time last year, but in saying that, our record there isn't good. But it's a new year. It's a new group. They have a bunch of confidence as well. They know exactly what's at stake with 4 of the top 6 making that conference tournament. Yeah. They're not mathematically eliminated and far from it, and we haven't clinched anything either. So I expect to go down there and just to be one of those games of back and forth. And again, they're not as bad as their record shows. They've got individuals and can easily beat somebody 3-0 on a night, more so than losing 3-0. So just got to, obviously heal up, rest up or whatever, because it's a quick turnaround, one less day than that Saturday game, and head on up there. And obviously, just continue to hopefully this streak and, gain 3 points or a bare minimum 1 point on the road. And I think we'll continue to go in the right direction.
Points would be big, because we know there's a limited amount of teams in the American and men's soccer. So, a result on the road at USF is huge, because I got my Fridays mixed up. It is Tulsa next week, and we know what kind of challenge that is. So any kind of result you get this weekend against the Bulls would be huge.
We'll take it. Like I said, there's no easy games. Temple's sitting last, but in saying that, we still have them in a couple weeks. They're all hard. The next biggest games our biggest match of the season is always the next one, and that's USF. So we can't get too high on wins. We didn't get too low on losses. I think we've been on both ends of the spectrum. We just have to make sure we show up, put a good, honest foot forward or whatever, and see where it takes us. But right now we're confident, but at the same time, not a cockiness, knowing that things can change at the drop of a hat, and we just want to take it day by day.
All right. Well, Coach, best of luck this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Hey, Coach Richard Mulrooney. I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider of the Memphis Tiger Network.